Temperatures hit the 70s for the third day in a row today and almost got to 80 in Rockford. That's despite seeing lots of clouds that held the temperature down for a while, but throughout the evening when we got the sunshine back, whipped all the way up to 78 degrees. Sterling hitting 80 as of this afternoon, providing plenty of pleasant weather to get outdoors and check things out around your backyard. This is a nice sunny view from Amanda Mitchell sent into our 13 Weather Authority photo community. Beautiful sight there. And then check this out. A loon visiting Cherry Valley earlier on today, probably on its route down south. This is from Jackie Ziegert, sent in again to our 13 Weather Authority photo community. Definitely check that out on Facebook to see all these beautiful nature shots and submit ones of your own if you happen to see something neat around your backyard. The warm weather today keeps rolling on into tonight. 56 coming for the overnight low under a partly cloudy sky. This is somewhat close to our usual daytime high temperature, just to give you some reference as to how warm tonight will be. Breezy winds kicking in, gusting at times up to 20 miles per hour, keeping those temperatures afloat. And those set us up for a fairly warm morning. We start out in the upper 50s, quickly get into the 60s and right back into the 70s by noon. Throughout the afternoon, we keep trending upward. As you can see, lots of sunshine all throughout the course of the morning. Those breezy winds hanging around and that sunshine, the warm air overhead, the breezy winds all combined to possibly get us up to 80 degrees for the first time this year. This is about 2 weeks ahead of our average first 80-degree weather. So usually we see the 80s pop up more in late April. So this is a couple weeks ahead of schedule, but very likely getting to that point, all thanks to those breezy winds and that warm air kicking on in. And you saw today, we had the clouds in place, but we almost got there even with those clouds holding things back. So I do think we possibly make a run right at that big 8-0 going into tomorrow afternoon. Beyond that, we have to keep an eye out for some spotty rain showers later this week. Tomorrow looking dry, as you saw in the forecast, but moving forward from there, scattered showers and storms possible going into Wednesday evening. That may carry on into Thursday morning, and then we could see more of that very hit or miss shower activity going into later this week. We saw some of that today with some spotty light showers at times and even an early morning thunderstorm. Could see that again late this week. The big focus, though, will be on the rain coming later this week in the middle of the week, Wednesday evening. We possibly could use some rainfall. So far, sitting at about 1.5 inches so far this spring. That's about half of what we usually get to this calendar date. So as we're starting to get into April here, usually we're a little closer to 3 inches of rainfall since early March. But as you can see, we're about half of that so far this month, closing in on 1/2 inch below average. So we could use a little rainfall to keep our lawns and eventually our gardens happy. You can see on Future Track that starting Wednesday evening, we get that spotty shower activity back into the area, looking a little dry later on in the evening as we await those showers and thunderstorms to start sliding on in. I don't think that'll happen until closer to Wednesday night. As you can see, closer to 10 o'clock, we have that spotty shower and storm activity firing up. That'll continue into early Thursday morning before the weather dries out quickly. So you can see in the forecast we have fairly high rain chances, but a lot of that's coming through again Wednesday night into Thursday morning. By Thursday, we're cooling back off, but relative to last week, it's looking a lot warmer than where we were last week. Last week, we dipped into the 40s when we cooled off. This time around, we're only into the 60s when we cool off. And as you can see, we hold on to those values going throughout the course of the rest of the week. By next week, still hovering right around 60, James and Lauren.
Looking forward to that 80-degree weather. Thanks, Alex.
Still to come, arriving